I would like to say I'm here on special appearance. No, I think I have some rights here. That I'm a living soul. I am not the straw man of the all caps. Okay.
We'll get to that in a moment.
So I am waiving
the time.
I am not waiving any of my rights.
Ma'am.
What statutes or what law or what are you saying here are the charges? Because this does not match. Sorry, I have cotton mouth so bad.
It's really quite simple. When you have an order to show up for court and you turn in a cut up piece of paper of it to say you're refusing to attend, that this is what happens next. That's pretty simple.
Oh, did that offend you? Excuse me. I probably have more degrees than you do.
This sovereign citizen Karen went full meltdown mode in court, and from second one, it's absolute chaos. She refuses to shut up, cutting the judge off nonstop while spewing that tired, "I don't consent. I'm a free citizen," script like it's going to magically work. Spoiler, it never does. And honestly, the judge is way too soft here, just letting her rant instead of shutting her down. I won't ruin the ending, but buckle up. Tell me in the comments if you think this judge handled it right, because this sovereign citizen Karen is about to spiral into pure humiliation.
All right, good morning. We are on the record in the 89th District Court for the County of Sheboygan. We're conducting the physical hearing upstairs in the circuit courtroom. It's being clerked by the 89th District Court staff down in that courtroom. And we're here in the case of In re Beth Bridgman on a contempt matter. It was filed in an underlying criminal case 23-0868 SD. We are providing public access both in the courtroom, in the circuit courtroom, and also online. Counsel, you want to state your appearances, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Paige Miller on behalf of the people.
Attorney Villanueva appearing as arraignment attorney on behalf of Beth Bridgman.
Right, good morning,
Also, I will represent myself.
Yes,
Okay.
we'll get to that.
I would like to say I'm here on special appearance. No, I think I have some rights here. I don't know.
What does special appearance mean to you?
It means in a common law that I'm a living soul. I am not the straw man of the all caps.
And you'll have an opportunity at a later time. Please just take a seat.
I've never seen those opportunities come back around. Thank you. Okay.
We'll get to that in a moment.
So
but
I am waiving
the time.
I am not waiving any of my rights.
Ma'am.
Man, I actually feel bad for the lawyers in this room. They didn't grind through law school to deal with a circus act like this. You can see it all over one attorney's face. He's seconds away from blowing up. And honestly, who wouldn't be? She's not just a Karen. She's a sovereign citizen Karen. That combo is like nightmare fuel for anyone with a law degree. You literally can't script this kind of chaos.
Okay, thank you.
Ms. Bridgman, you're free to stand or sit, whichever you're more comfortable with.
I don't know how I would pull the chair up, so thank you.
Well, then, if you want to sit that, I have no problem. All right, Judge Stephen.
Thank you.
All right, well, Ms. Bridgman, you're here for an arraignment on 2 allegations of contempt. So I have to advise you of what those are. The first was an order to show cause that I signed on December 13th, 2023, which alleges that you are in criminal contempt of court for the unauthorized practice of law and for preventing the defendant, Seth Flores, from meeting with the Michigan Indigent Defense Commission attorney prior to his arraignment. We scheduled that for a show cause hearing on December 20th. You did apparently appear in the courthouse that day and turned in a copy of the show cause cut into strips with the red lettering on it. Says your offer to contract is not accepted. And then you did not appear at that show cause hearing. So therefore I signed a warrant for your arrest for that non-appearance. So that warrant alleges that you are in criminal contempt for failing to appear at that show cause.
So
Failing to appear for order to show cause on Wednesday, December 20th, 2023 at 11 a.m. for preventing defendant Seth Miguel Thomas Flores from meeting with MIDC attorney prior to his arraignment. So those are the 2 contempt citations pending against you. you have the right to have a hearing on both of those allegations, where your contempt would need to be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to present evidence in your own defense and cross-examine and challenge any of the evidence presented against you. You have the right to an attorney. If you qualified and requested, you have the right to an attorney appointed at public expense. The MIDC provides an attorney for your arraignment today, just as a courtesy and as required by a
What is
statute.
MIDC?
Michigan Indigent Defense Commission.
You also, of course, have the right to represent yourself. Do you know? Well, first, do you comprehend the penalties? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't tell you. So both those contempt citations, if you are found to be in contempt or you admit to being in contempt, you could be punished by up to 93 days in the county jail and or a fine of $7,500 or both. That's the fine. That's the maximum penalty for both of the contempt citations.
Mark my words. 93 days in jail are on the horizon. I'm betting money she's about to dump her free lawyer and go full I'll represent myself mode. That's peak sovereign citizen energy. They almost want the worst possible outcome just to prove their imaginary point. She's manifesting her own downfall live. Drop your predictions below. Let's see who calls it.
Ms. Bridgman, do you comprehend the rights that you have that I outlined for you and the maximum penalties I outlined for you?
I think that I would like to wait. I have a call in to the state trooper that your office or the prosecutor's office called to investigate something with me. And I was on the phone with her and told her I had received the show cause. And she said, he can't serve a show cause. I shot over a copy of it. He can't serve a show cause because you're not under bond. This is from the state attorney general's office. I was still on the phone with her. I had filed the paperwork at 9 o'clock. She called me at approximately 10 o'clock. I was still on the phone with her till after 11 o'clock. And she told me that you could not issue a show cause because I was not under bond. Now I understand you have just precluded all of my common law rights by forcing me in the back door into your jurisdiction on this side of the court. And I know that this is not what was on the original document in its entirety. So you have amped up the charges based on the fact that I failed to appear, but I believed she was going to let you know. She was collecting information from me for you.
Playing dumb in court has to be the dumbest move. Like, what's the excuse here? Oh, I didn't know. That's why I shredded the show cause order and colored all over with my crayon. Ma'am, that's not a legal defense. That's kindergarten arts and crafts. Her last two brain cells are swinging, and the referee clocked out ages ago.
Ma'am,
Okay, now,
did you just understand what the judge asked you regarding those two charges?
Did you just understand that I think there's a bigger overriding issue?
But
Thank you.
Wait, hang on.
Thank
I'm
you.
not going to have this.
I'm going to fire him, actually, so thank you very much, because I will represent myself.
Okay. So you're telling me things in defense of the contempt citations, and you'll definitely have an opportunity to present any of
No,
that.
because you already,
Hang on, Mr. Villanueva, please stop. I don't want to have this be an argument between
Thank you.
and Ms. Bridgman.
I guess I just like to state that
well, I think we need to back it
she's
up.
pleading not guilty to both of those, and that she would like to request a hearing, that she would like to represent herself at that future
Okay.
hearing.
No,
Your
but
Honor, I
all
just
of my
want to-
rights were strongly impinged upon for even when I never failed to appear.
Okay. We're going to have a hearing where you.
She
can
was
present that.
working,
Okay, you're going to get your
Mr.
hearing.
Villanueva,
No,
I'm
this
directing you to
is-
stop
thank you.
arguing with Ms. Bridgman.
Okay.
I mean, it's a pretty serious thing to have to spend the night in jail, to be brought in handcuffs and everything else. When I was not being belligerent in that regard, she told me that it was not an authorized show cause.
All right. If she told you that, she didn't have the authority to do so. But anyway, that's for the later hearing. So
Well, she was
today's purpose is
investigating. Okay.
Today's purpose is to advise you of the two contempt citations. So do you comprehend the maximum penalty that those could carry and the rights that you have that I outlined for you?
Now, can I ask what statutes or what law or what are you saying here are the charges? Because this does not match. Sorry, I have cotton mouth so bad. This does not match what the previous document was that you sent to me, and I have a picture of it on my phone, but my phone's not with me. Okay? It does not say,
I've told you the charges. I don't have to answer further questions about that from you. Do you understand the rights that I listed for you and the penalties?
why have they changed,
I'm
Judge
not
Gaffney?
answering that question.
Can the prosecutor?
No,
Why?
I need an answer to my question. Do you understand that? So you said you want to represent yourself, right? You wish to represent yourself and not have an attorney represent you?
Yes, I
Okay.
do.
If you want to do that, I must establish that you know what the penalties are and what your rights are. And I have to establish that you're not going to be disruptive to the court. If you refuse,
So are those,
then I'm going to appoint
I'm not
an attorney for
refusing.
you. Okay, then I would appoint an attorney for you and you'd not be able to represent yourself.
I know, I listened to that with Trevor's case.
All right, so
Okay.
I'm asking you, and you saw what
How
happened,
can I
Mr. Bridgman?
No disrespect to the judge, but part of me wishes he'd just give a nod and have the bailiff escort her straight to jail. She's not answering questions. She's arguing with oxygen at this point. Every time he speaks, she steamrolls him like she's running the courtroom. She's not defending herself. She's flat out wasting everyone's time.
So I first have to make sure you know what the maximum penalties are and what your rights are. Do you not?
Those maximal penalties are based on the charges, and I'm wondering how you arrived at a change in the charges.
I'm not answering that question. You know that you could face up to 93 days in jail and over $7,500 fine. You understand that?
Up to that. Okay, but I don't even understand what the charges are.
Okay. And do you have any questions for me about any of the rights that I listed that you have to have an attorney and have a hearing and present evidence? Do you have any question about any of those rights?
I have a whole question about the whole context of everything today, Judge Gaffier.
It's really quite simple. When you have an order to show up for court and you turn in a cut up piece of paper of it to say you're refusing to attend, that this is what happens next. That's pretty simple.
Oh, did that offend you?
No, it did not offend me. It was a contempt of court.
It's a
It's not
common law
about
thing.
anybody's personal feelings. It's about the authority of the court to compel appearances, and you did not appear. So I do believe, based upon your answers, that you do understand the maximum penalties that you face and the rights that you have. So, Ms. Bridgman, Mr. Villanueva indicated that you wish to plead not guilty to those charges of contempt. I gather from your comments that you would agree that you're not pleading guilty to those, correct? Okay. All right, so we'll enter a not guilty plea on your behalf to both contempt citations. We'll schedule this for a hearing where the prosecutor will present evidence, and you can present evidence in your defense. If you want to have an officer come testify on your behalf, you can certainly do so.
I would like to request a trial by jury.
There is no right to trial by jury in a contempt matter. So
Oh.
that request would be denied.
Okay, so then there's no chance to understand what you're charging me with prior to this hearing.
I've told you what you charged. I can read it again if you want.
Tell me I'm not the only one yelling at the screen here. Judge, grow a backbone. How much more nonsense does he need to hear before shutting this down? At this point, it feels like he's getting paid by the hour and doesn't care how long it drags out. Maybe I'm stricter on courtroom order than most, but this circus is out of control. What do you think?
I don't see where there's a code or a statute or any law that I have actually violated here.
Well, that's not required to be on a contempt citation. I've told you what the allegations are. If you want me to read them to you again, I will. I'm not
Okay,
gonna argue
and
with you about what
and
they
the
are.
contempt charges that you're saying have changed from the first time.
No, there are two. One is the contempt for unauthorized practice of law and preventing Mr. Flores from meeting with his MIDC attorney prior to his arraignment. The second one is for failing to appear for the show cause hearing on that contempt.
So I only show one now,
What
Okay.
one do you have?
and this is preventing. And how did you arrive at this at a later date than to issue a bench warrant?
Mr. Villanueva?
There's two items checkmarked here.
This is after the fact. So then you added a different charge than the previous one about the same date.
Ma'am, he read two charges. There's two charges marked here.
Excuse me. I probably have more degrees than you do.
Wait, did she just flex her degrees? From where? Sovereign Citizen University. Or maybe the McDonald's training video back in 2012. Either way, her IQ is sitting at lukewarm soup. She's strutting like she's ready for a heavyweight legal battle, while her poor lawyer looks like he's just trying to make sure she doesn't get folded like a lawn chair next round. Here's the simple truth. She's dead wrong. She claims the show cause order doesn't count because she wasn't on bond. Nope, that's not how it works. Show cause orders come from the court's authority itself. If you're under court conditions, bond, bail, whatever, you're still under supervision. Bond or not, you still have to appear. It's really not complicated. She's glaring at those papers like she's 2 seconds away from ripping them up and breaking out her trusty red crayon again. For her, every official document is just another coloring book page. In her head, I swear she's thinking, yay, I get to represent myself. How fun. Like this is recess or something. Sorry, Karen. No swing sets, no rainbows, no crayons. This is a courtroom. Playtime is over. I can't even tell if she thinks this is a game or if she's genuinely clueless. Everyone explained this isn't her main hearing, but she acts like the judge is about to hit her with a final sentence right now. This is literally the tutorial level. Charges explained, process clarified, but she's acting like it's the final boss fight. Honestly, she's both pretending to be dumb and actually dumb. She's confused because she doesn't understand basic civics. The Constitution gives states the power to create their own laws. Michigan uses that authority to build its own system with statutes and codes. That's what runs here. So no, the court isn't ignoring the Constitution. It's literally applying it. She just doesn't get it. And this part is hilarious. Miss, I reject the government. It has no authority. Is still cashing disability checks every month. She hates the system, but loves that sweet direct deposit. The hypocrisy is almost too perfect. Not gonna lie, that was pure entertainment. What do you guys think? Was she acting dumb on purpose or really that clueless? Personally, I think the judge could have gone harder, but maybe he wanted to keep things calm for the record. Either way, it's wild that people think yelling Constitution makes them untouchable when the Constitution literally gives states the power to enforce these laws. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I love reading them. And of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stick around for more courtroom chaos. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.